Throughout high school, I can confidently say that many of you have improved when it comes to study skills, time management, and procrastination. Personally, I can't say that, but I hope the rest of you can. Saying freshman year was difficult is an understatement for me. I quickly fell behind in all my classes and watched as all my friends excelled with what seemed to be little struggle. Coming into high school, I already had low expectations for myself, but I didn't think I'd be failing as bad as I was. One specific moment that stands out to me was when I didn't say a single word in the Brexit simulation in MUN my freshman year. While writing this, I tried to think back and reminisce on these past 4 years, but found myself only thinking of negative things like crying in front of my English class, not once, but 3 times, getting called out by supervision in the middle of my AP World History class sophomore year, or last year when my Chromebook died right before a very important test. I realized that the majority of my significant memories were negative, with the exception of this past year's. I learned to let things go, to not care of what strangers thought of me, to capitalize on my newfound extrovertedness, and I met the people who would later on become my best friends. If you ask me what I remember over the course of my senior year, my first thoughts are all the experiences I've had with my friends and the amazing times I've had with them. Just small things like driving down PCH blasting music, sneaking out to San Clemente on a school night, groggily stepping into Starbucks mornings after eventful nights, or the multiple times we've eaten suffocating amounts of sushi together. Not really anything about how miserable I was doing online school, or how lonely and isolated I was during quarantine and the summertime, or when we were forced to go back to fully online school. Starting to learn to not care what others thought of me had some nice effects. I could finally begin to live my life a little and focus on myself, not one of my random classmates' opinions on whatever I was doing or saying. Chances are nobody noticed, remembers, or cares about a tiny stupid thing you may have done. Like I doubt anybody remembers how I took one of Miss Macaulay's copies of The Scarlet Letter last year after I forgot to bring my SSR book and tried to say it was mine, only for her to immediately recognize it as her own copy and her calling me out. Sadly, I came to this realization in the middle of this year, but that's better late than never, right? I'm just thankful to think that I can enter the next chapter of my life with a mindset that'll help me have more fun in the moment. I'll be able to actually enjoy my freshman year instead of wallowing in embarrassment and regret every night, thinking of every slightly strange thing I may have done or said throughout the day. Don't get me wrong, I still do that, just to a much lower degree. And to all my peers, I encourage you to adopt this crazy new concept of not caring. I might be late to the trend, but again, better late than never. And as the decorated scholar and author Tyler the Creator said, I think I'm cool. That's all that matters.